Good night, folks. We are the 10th of June. So I will not talk about today trading. We are barcoding around the dollar. Not a lot of things to say apart that the Bollinger Bands are getting tighter. And that's usually the sign that something's going to happen, from good or bad, hopefully good. But I want to show you tonight with two examples of stocks that I've been following closely for the last 12 months with CLOV and MVST, how it's difficult and how it takes time to escape the dollar zone. Naturally, you will have the image will be related to what I'm saying, so you can verify. I'm going to start with CLOV. So let me open. Okay, so what do you see? The 13th and the 14th of May 2024, you have a double push on high volume, 16 and 22 million shares, will bring the price from 82 cents to 114. So that was the first time CLOV get out of the penny land under $1. On this high volume, total 38 million. Then the day after, you have some profit taking on 10,900,000, who bring the price down to 94, 92 cents. From there, low volume days, and you see that we have been trading all these days between 93, 89, $2, 90 cents, $1, $1 cents, $1.03, and $1.14. Then you have another high volume day, the 31 of May, 12,800,000. We close at 110. So remember, the first push brings us to 114, the high of the day. The 14th of May, it was 114, the high of the day. And the 31 of May, with another push, we have been closing at 110. Then again, low trading days, 117, 111, 111, 110, 110, and then a dump on high volume, 14,600,000. And again, we close under $1, the 10th of June. So if you zoom out, what you see, the first push will make us touch 114 and a close at 102, the 14th of May. 1 month later, we were trading again under $1, the 10th of June. So it took all that time to delete this $1 area. With a lot of moment, people get scared because there was high volume with price going down. The 31 of May, price going down, and the 10th of June, people say, oh, now we close again at 98 cents. We're never going to escape this dollar zone. It was 30 days running around, and each time there is volume, we're going down. And after that, you cannot see it, but after that, some volume come in, and then 124, 130, 140, and then going up. But look at all the time they have been manipulating the stock price, even with 22 million shares, the 14th of May. It took a month of yo-yo playing to basically shake out the people. So I show you that to make you understand that when a stock is going out of the dollar zone, it's a big mess with a lot of manipulation. And well, CLOV and MVST are stuck with a lot of share running around. So it's less easy to manipulate if you compare it with CISO. CISO have like 10 times less shares, so the lower the float is, the most easy it is to manipulate, because when there is no volume, they can basically do what they want. There is no buyers, so they can destroy the price like they have done Friday 2 weeks ago. They push it down on 12 million in volume. We touch 60 cents and we close at 83. They can do this kind of big dump movement because it's a low float stock, so it's easy to manipulate. But even with the big float like CLOV, it took a lot of time and a lot of movement to really get out the dollar zone, because if you see the 3 of June, we touch 122. So when the people see that the 10 of June, we close at 98 cents on high volume, they say, this is over. The run is over. We cannot escape the $1 area. And after that, they let it go. But it takes some time. Now let's go to MVST. So, let me see. MVST. The 13th of November, we trade more than $1 billion in volume. We open at 48 cents, we touch 105, and we close at 79 cents with 1 billion in volume. The day after, some consolidation, 173 million, again 177. From there, they bring it down. 61, 62, 58. And then they go back up. 72, 74, 84. And then come the volume. The 2 of December, 31 million in volume. They bring it back over $1, 106. The day after, 3 of December, high, very high volume day, 53 million, we touch 156, we close at 141. The day after, another day on high volume, we touch 195. Remember, 195, the 4th of December, and they close it at 129. Big manipulation, big short day. And then, what happened? They bring it down, 118, and we touch 106 at the low of the day, the 5th of December, 106, 112, 116, 109 again, and then basically the price again from the 13th of November to the 13th of December, it's a full month. The price have been stuck in this kind of range. The high was the 4th of December, 195, and the low come the 10th of December at 109. So basically, they touched that day the same level we touched the 13th of November on 1 billion in volume. 1 month after, they were able to make it touch 109, and then after again. The price have been going up, and so what I want to say is that this story of $1 is a magnet. You know, it's very difficult because the market maker, especially with a low float stock, they do a lot of tricks to shake the tree and to be sure that people. I mean, imagine the day of the 4th of December. People see 51 million in volume, okay? And they see 195. They say, yeah, we are ready for the big run. That's it, that's over. No, they were able, the day after, to bring it to 106, the 5th of December, and 109, the 10th of December. That's exactly we are in that position here right now. Basically, CISO have been touching 170, and now we are in the phase where since the big dump on 12 million in volume Friday 2 weeks ago, that they have bring it back to $1. And now they wait, and when they will not find any more shares, that a lot of players are out, they will let it go. So this is, I mean, CISO is not, yeah, it's special because it's a low float. And a low float is very more difficult. It's a lot more difficult to have a sustained rally, because they can manipulate. Because basically nobody talk about CISO, and there is no trade into it, no article, very, very rare people. So they are free to do what they want. On stock like CLOV and MVST, it was less easy, more volume, more people. I mean, stock tweets of CLOV is 85,000 people. You can check. MVST, 35,000. Here on CISO, we are like 4,300 people on stock tweets, for example. So, but even with a lot of people and a bigger float, they were able to do that with crazy volume, 1 billion in volume, and then you bring the price down at the same level 1 month later. That's crazy. So, if I remember well, the run on CISO, it was mid-May on 66 million in volume. Now we are arriving at the 15th of June, 1 month. So I expect that this shake will last until, maybe mid-June, something like that. And from there, like they do every time, they will begin bringing back up. That can come at any time, because naturally it's not precise, it's not scientific. Some stock it's 35 days, some other stock at 25 days, depend. Here you see today that the volume is extra low, extra dry, 700,000 shares. That's a record low, I think. We never trade so. Since we have volume in the stock, this is the first time that we trade a number with so low. So the meaning is that you really have no more seller here. It's completely dry, they completely shake the tree. And if the retail keep their share and they decide to buy, this can be, parabolic. Because remember, I know I'm repeating myself, but just to be sure that you understand, CLOV and MVST, this is stock with 300 to 400 million share running around. It's not like CISO, who roughly have like, I don't know the precise number, but 25 million. So it's 15 times less shares available. So you can expect this kind of movement, but with more brutality on the downside and the upside. And we have seen that when they bring it to 60 cents from 140, because it was a low float stock. But even on this big stock like CLOV and MVST, I put you the numbers to see that they were able to do that. I mean, from 195 the 4th of December to let it go to 106 the day after on a high volume day. It's a terrible. Imagine the trader who see that, the guy who have been buying at 17, 18, 19, and then the day after on low volume, the stock touch 106. It's a mega dump on a high float stock. So I expect, naturally I need to be complete that after that, CLOV have been going to $4.8 and MVST is trading above $4. So, but you see from where they come, from $1. And that was a big fight with a lot of manipulation, a lot of beer trap to push the people out. And with CISO, it's more, they do that more easily because there is very low volume and very few people running around. So at the same level they were able to push it down, they will push it up. And I don't think that in CISO you have tons of flippers or people who are just here to have 1.3 or 1.4. I think the vast majority of us know that CISO deserve a market cap. If we compare with company in the same sector, with the same margins, the same growth, they deserve a market cap who will give them a price plus $5. So be very careful, because naturally these little games that they have been doing at $2, they will be doing the same at $2, $3, $4, basically shaking people at each level. So you need to have a precise price target in your head and calculate with the fundamentals that we have in our hands to know what to do. Because if you don't know, if, for example, if you just buy MVST back in that time because it's running, and you buy the 10th of December when it was going to 1.9, and you buy at 1.6, 1.7, and then you wait and you don't know what you are doing, they shake you out, because the day after they bring it to 106, and then you're scared to death. They do that on big caps, so what about small caps? So what I'm saying is that I understand that people take profit. That's logical. But be always ready to be, how can I say, to be on the bad side of the trade, because they can play tricks, you know. They can bring it to 1.4, and then you see some kind of dump to 1.25. You get out, and when you get out, they bring it to 2, and you're out of the stock. That happen every day, you know. That happen every day. If you look at the chart of SPWH, they push it to 214 2 weeks ago, and from there, no volume, and they let it drift to 1.88. So a lot of people say, oh, we cannot maintain the $2. Maybe the earnings are bad. Let me get out. And directly when people get out, they push it to 3.30 tonight. So be careful, because manipulation happen on the downside and the upside, because what they want is push people out, or by scaring them by dumping, or by let you think that the run is over, and then you sell and they buy. Another case, NVTS. That stock 2 weeks ago was a sub $2 stock. Now it's near $8. Why? A news saying they are working with NVIDIA. And they build a run on high volume, then they let it drop, people sell, and then they come back every day buying back the stock and bringing back up. So a lot of people who have been buying the stock at $2 were more than happy to sell at 4 and 5, and now we are at 8. Because they push people out on the downside and the upside. And you never know what's the strategy. The strategy on CISO here is very clear. They manipulate the Friday with big dumps to explode all the stop loss. And now they are barcoding around the dollar until they see no volume. And we are arriving at that point that there is no volume. Today it was 700,000 with 70% in the dark pool. So maybe the only real trade here was 200,000 or 300,000. All the rest is between market maker playing games. So let's see what happened. Usually it's around 30 days, 20 trading days, 30 days. And we are arriving at that point in the days to come. So it's a kind of moment of truth, and we're going to see what happens. And let's fasten our seatbelt and hope for the best. Take care.